I will do in a
I'm
minute.
just thinking, if I go here, and that's everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, if they want to come and
Put the lights on.
yeah, if you want to come and have a close look while I'm doing it, you can bring your chairs over. It's up to you.
Sorry, what about if I sit here?
Yeah, that's fine. I can bring it over to you. Yeah. First of all, has anyone got any questions on what I've just spoken about that can relate to anything? Yeah.
Does your work with the MOD actually have a real psychological effect on you?
No, it doesn't have a psychological effect on me. I've been asked to work in places that I got asked to fly out to Afghanistan to work in Camp Bastion, and at first I was like, yeah, I'll go. It's really safe. Then after going home to my parents, they were a bit like, you love your job and you love what you do, and I love the fact that I am helping the soldiers train, and I love the fact that I'm technically saving lives as well by the training I'm giving. But being sent to Camp Bastion was Mum was like, I'm not letting you on that aeroplane. And I'm only 23 now, but I was about 18 at the time, and she just said, I don't think that your job role needs to take you to those extreme levels. So again, that is quite a scary thought. Just before Christmas, I was supposed to have flown out to Akrotiri in Cyprus. They actually stopped my flight. They said, we got to the airport, got to Brize Norton, and they went, we're not flying you anymore, we're going to cancel, because obviously with Syria stuff happening at the moment, they decided that us flying out to the base where the fighter jets were flying with the missiles was going to be a too dangerous thing for me to do. So in that aspect, yes, I get warned all the time that I am at risk of terror attacks because of what I do, like social networking, for instance. I have to be very careful. I'm not scared as in I'm not going to talk about what I do, because I'm proud of what I do, and nobody will ever make me not want to talk about what I do. But things like social networking, I have to be very careful with what I put about where I am and where I'm going. For that reason, if anybody tracked down what I was up to or had a connection, and they found out there was a training exercise on Salisbury Plain in this exact location, I've just put thousands of people at risk of lots of bad things happening. And me myself, because of what I do, there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't like what I was doing, because I am helping to save lives, and there's a lot of people in the world that will disagree with that. So in that term,
Is it easy if I come over
it's not ready yet. I might have to go and get a hairdryer from next door.
I'll get one?
Yeah, please. So yeah, in that terms, so I wouldn't say it was psychological. It's just a little bit of fear sometimes, just a little bit. It's helped me grow up as a person. I think when you get faced with, working on people that have got their legs and their arms missing, sometimes you'll see people in the street and you'll go, look at that. You want to ask, but you won't ask. Well, I'm always with them out and about, and you'll get little children, and you see the parents go, shh, shh, don't ask how he lost his leg. Like, it's really rude. Actually, they would rather the child say, excuse me, how did you lose your leg? And they would tell them exactly what happened, because these children then get brought up to think that these people are strange, and we should look at them funny, and they're not accepted into society, when that's not true at all. I found it really difficult to deal with the fact that when I've got the lads, obviously I've got an arm amputee, for instance, or a leg amputee, I have a really, really heavy makeup box. Now, gentlemen, you would, if you saw a female, you would obviously help them with that heavy item. I'd hope you would help. Yeah, you would. Definitely. So you'd help them. So when I first started work, so obviously I had an arm amputee, and it was the first time I met him, and he was like, let me get that. And I was like, no, it's okay. And I'm looking at him, and he's going, no, I'll get it. And we're like having this fight, and then he got it out of the car, and I was looking around, and I'm thinking, if anyone's watching me right now, they're going to think, how out of order is she? She's just let somebody with one arm take that great big heavy box out and carry it across the car park for her. And at first it was really strange. Opening doors, I would always be the gentleman, normally open doors for ladies, stuff like that. They'd be I'll do it, and I'd be like, it's okay, because I've got you, like, you know, stuff like that. And actually, it took me a while, and after a while I thought, this is so strange. And they just said, if we need help, we will ask for it. Until that point, you treat us like any other person you've ever met. And they, you know, although they've got one arm, they're still carrying my suitcases up and down stairs, and you would all think, she's awful, she's a terrible person for allowing them to do that. But once you get to know them, once you get to be friends with them, that's just the way it is, and they're absolutely normal, you know. They like to be treated exactly the same as everybody else does. Right, I'm just going to have to put some heat on this.
So why did you need the heat? What does that do? Like,
Okay,
just speeds up. So what is it you're doing?
This is silicone. Does anybody know what silicone is? Yeah? What do you think it? What's it used for?
You used to make condoms in July, innit? Silicone.
That's latex.
Oh, wrong one.
Okay,
Don't
latex.
worry. Silicone.
Breast implants. That's silicone. That's silicone. But you can get silicone in liquid form. So what I'm using is a liquid form, and you've got part A and you've got part B. Now when the two mix together, but it has to be equal parts, you'll end up with a substance in a minute that I will be using on Julie. Sometimes when it's a bit cold, silicone goes off with heat. So in the winter, my job is a massive struggle. I was actually at RAF Brize Norton this morning on the airfield trying to do my work at 6 a.m. with just out of the boot of my car. Now you can imagine my silicone wasn't doing anything because it was freezing cold. So I had to get in the car, put the heaters on and make it work like that.
So you really think on your feet, don't you?
Yeah, you have to. Like, you just think, what can I use? I've used, you know, the Army Land Rovers. I've had their bonnets up before with the engines running, with my makeup bottle sat on top of the engine mount, trying to heat my silicone up like that. You do anything you can. Like the jet boils, like the camping stoves, standing there like that with a bowl. You know, you do anything you can to try and make that situation. Like I said, makeup artists, you think you'd be in a nice, warm building, all lovely. No, you're just out the boot of the car sometimes, or sometimes you don't even have the luxury of your car. You're just in a field with your bag, no chairs, nothing, just you and your bag, and that's what you have. But you have to make do with it. Like lots of situations, lots of jobs, you have to just get on with what you've got and the materials you've got so that you can get the job done. So I'm just going to blast a bit more heat on this.